Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Boardsy. This is going to be a review of the updated hati-s wired. I'm going to talk about the changes they made, do a comparison to the old hati-s Stardust I have, and basically just reassess the value of Gwolves mice. It's probably going to be a shorter video, so make sure to stick around the entire time, because this video is going to be dense, possibly even buoyant with information. And first I'm going to talk about are the main changes that they made, first of which is this Ptfe sensor ring. It's actually pretty large, larger than any sensor ring I've seen, and I feel like you are actually going to be gaining something from it as opposed to like the Zowie sensor rings, which are so fucking like tiny. So that's solid. And the next major change is Kill 8.0 switches. I'm not sure how well you guys can see through the shell, but you can kind of see these translucent switches, and those are the Kill 8.0s, but they do sound and feel completely different than they did in the XM1R, and I'm going to do a sound test now comparing it to the old hati-s 20Ms and the XM1R with Kill 8.0s. Just going to be comparing the main switches. This is the hati-s updated red edition. This is the old hati-s. And XM1R. So I really hope this $400 microphone can pick up the subtle differences between the clicks, because the XM1R's 8.0s feel and sound nothing like the hati-s's. If you told me they were the same switches, I straight up wouldn't believe you, but the fact of the matter is that they are indeed the same switches, and I think that these are definitely like a step up from a like Omron 20M, so way better than the old hati-s clicks in my opinion. But really just not like a premium fancy click in the same way that the endgame mice feel. So overall, I am very satisfied with the clicks. In-game, I've had no problems. They have 80 million click lifetime durability, so that is just absolutely amazing. It's never going to die on me if I just sit here and click it forever, unlike stupid Omron 20M, so that's a major thumbs up moment. But yeah, I'm really happy to see Gwolves is starting to use kill switches in their mice. You guys have known for a long time I've been begging companies to stop using 20Ms, and it looks like it's finally starting to catch on, so that's a major W. One thing to note about my scroll wheel, it does feel to be tensioned a lot like stiffer than it does on my old hati-s, and you can tell from the sound, so I'll do another sound comparison. It's happened with all cables, so I really don't know what the issue is. It's not like causing any problems, but it is a lot stiffer, and it does have like that grinding noise, but at the end of the day, it's still scrolling just fine. And not causing any problems in game. Also, the side buttons, they are no longer glossy. I don't know if it's always been like that on the red edition, but you can see on the Stardust that they have glossy side buttons, and on the red it is matte, and I like that a bit more. Also, on the red edition, there are no holes on the sides, so the mouse is a few grams heavier. Mine weighed in at 53 grams, while the hati-s Stardust weighs in at like 49, I believe. But honestly, when I have both of these mice in hand, I can maybe tell that the hati-s Stardust is marginally lighter. I might only be coming to that conclusion because I know it's true, though. But yeah, the 53 grams is not heavy by any means. And if you're not buying the red edition because of weight, you're just like stupid as fuck. Having no holes on the sides, in my opinion, is preferable. Ever since I started claw gripping and gripping my mouse a bit harder, I've started to notice like holes actually do cause some issues. Back when I used to fingertip, it literally caused me no problems though. So I prefer how it feels with no holes, but even having holes for claw, they aren't too big as opposed to something like the new Ponage Ultra Custom Symmetrical review tomorrow, which has fucking gigantic holes. And now I'm just going to quickly go over the cable. If you get a hati-s or basically any Gwolves mouse that uses micro USB, just get yourself a micro USB paracord. You're only going to need one, and it is 1,000 times better in the cable they provide. With the Stardust edition, you get this baby blue cable that violates the cable regulations and gives you more flexibility because they don't use any shielding. But with the red edition, that does not seem to be the case. So I got two black stock cables, and they just really aren't that good. They add a bit of weight to the mouse, like the feel of it when you're swiping around, so I just don't like that. The stock feet, however, they seem to be improved, or maybe it's just the sensor ring, but I think that these are really good stock feet, like not on the level, but they're like good enough to the point where I'm not going to get core pads for this mouse. So very satisfied there, and you do get an extra set, and you can just see, well, it's probably not the best angle, but these are like nice, chunky, pretty thick stock feet. Very satisfied with that. And the Gwolves out of the box experience is one of the best. You're getting extra TTC pink switches, these grips which are viable, but I'm just not really a fan of. I like how a mouse feels without them, and the smell packet, and a fucking paintbrush, but I don't know where I put mine. What's this smell packet? Chanel? Wow. So fancy, so swagger. But really, now I'm going to talk about the quality of this mouse, because that is a major concern with Gwolves mice. It's like a straight up fucking epidemic. It is literal quality control roulette, which is why I'm happy to note that Gwolves mice are now available on Amazon. And at the time of recording this video, it's only $65. So even if you do manage to get a bad copy, and it seems like they are whittling out the quality control issues batch by batch, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys Gwolves has good QC, because it's simply not the case. This hati-s Stardust I got must have been a fucking reviewer's copy, because I still have no like creaking, no flexing issues, only minor issues with the clicks. And you see the old design just allowed for a lot more post travel, but it seems like they've really just changed up the design on the new one. So all in all, I'll go to the fucking Amazon page so you guys can see. Shit, only 16 left in stock. What the fuck? When I thought about this video idea last night, there were like, it just said Prime one day. But yeah, $65. I'll leave the link in the description. The quality on my new updated copy is good. I have no flexing, no rattling, no creaking. It's all good. And one more thing I forgot to mention is that this mouse uses a 3360 sensor. You know why I forgot to mention it? Because I couldn't notice a difference. When has anybody ever used a 3360 and been like, this isn't enough? Never. So I don't really see why people are like shilling out for the Stardust because it has a 3389. And despite the hati-s being one of my favorite mice and probably my favorite shape, I'm not going to give it the seal of approval, because long-term durability on Gwolves mice, it's not even like iffy. That's not the right word. It's straight up a facade. It doesn't happen. So if you get this mouse, rest assured, you're going to be getting a mouse with a truly insane shape and feel, and one of the best out-of-the-box experiences aside from the cable, but I just can't really vouch that it's going to hold up long-term compared to something like the XM1. So yeah, there's only 16 left in stock as of recording. Go, go, go. And yeah, enjoy the gameplay.